Hi guys, welcome back to Style with Substance, and it's probably very obvious at this point that I am not alone today. I am here with my brother Ruben, aka
CheekyLadNextDoor, aka Mr.
Oh goodness! So I'm going to beat that out. So as the title suggests, we're going to be talking about how to build a personal brand, and I thought I'd get my brother on because it's safe to say that our personal brands are at opposite ends of the spectrum.
But they are both strong.
But they are, yeah, I'd definitely say we're both in the process of building a really strong presence both online and on other channels. So I thought we might talk a little bit about how we both got started and just give you guys some advice on how to build a brand and some of the things that we've learned along the way. So if you like the sound of that, 1, keep watching. 2, make sure you subscribe to my channel and to his channel. I'll have linked him in the description box below.
Yeah.
Come follow us on the socials.
Oh,
All
yes.
will be down there.
Leave a like now, you might as well.
Yeah, and comment below with any questions, because if we get enough questions, then we'll defo have him back.
Yes.
But let's get into it. Who started that? Oh god. It's probably worth doing introductions. So
Yes.
you guys know who I am.
Wow.
I hope.
Hopefully.
So my channel name is Style with Substance, and that basically embodies what my brand is all about. Style being everything from fashion, beauty, to lifestyle, and then substance being all the stuff I do, like as far as my career is concerned, or my philosophy on life, so the law of attraction and all that good stuff. So I kind of combine it into one sort of joint brand, but there's lots of different things that make it up. So that is my personal brand. And what would you say yours was, Rebecca?
Well, obviously the name's CheekyLadNextDoor, so I was always quite a cheeky lad naturally, you know, and I always like to think of myself as the boy next door, so you know, it only fit right. But I think over time my brand has definitely developed into more than just that, which we will get into. But for now, that's all you need to know.
Yeah. So, why don't you tell my subscribers and anyone watching how it all got started?
Right, so how it all got started was I went to university. So I went to university. What
university did you go to?
Oh, Bournemouth University, for everyone watching.
In the UK, that
Shout out BU.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I went there and it was good at first. Obviously went there in September. I enjoyed it, met a lot of new people, and one thing I really did do, this isn't a freshers video, but one thing I did at the start was I made sure I networked. So everyone I met, what's your Snapchat, what's your Instagram, whatever, got to know a lot of people. And without even thinking about it, that was me building my brand from there. And that was the foundation to it. It was knowing a lot of people.
Okay.
So then
so you kind of built an audience
I
without realising.
I built an audience without realising, and funny enough, my audience is students. But yeah, funny enough,
I got a question on that actually.
Yeah.
Did you know that Snapchat would be quite a big part of your strategy? Because I think Snapchat was gaining a lot of popularity at around that time. So did you time that purposely, or was it just...
the thing is, it was just Snapchat to me. It was quite natural. It was something that I really enjoyed using. It was compared to like Instagram, Twitter, I never really understood. So Snapchat for me was
250 characters.
Yeah,
that's not much to understand.
But yeah, that was the easy platform for me. So it was just my go-to. So it was always, oh, what's your Snapchat? And also at the time, it was like, it was very. Funny enough, to me, it wasn't that personal. Instead of asking for like someone's number, kind of thing.
Okay.
So asking for someone's number, that's
so
what you were doing. No, that's not what I was doing. I had a girlfriend. That's not what I was doing. But yeah, so that's what it was. And then it was around Christmas time actually, where I was sat down with you. I don't even know if you remember this.
Yeah.
I was sat down with you, and I was like, right, the new year is starting. I want to do something, and I was like, I want to start a YouTube channel. I feel like starting a YouTube channel for students, people who are going to be going to uni, would be great. I've got that base already where I know a lot of students, so I know a lot of people would watch my videos.
Yeah.
And I was like, right, new year, that's my New Year's resolution. That's what I'm gonna do.
And that was the new year of
last year. So that was 2016. Yeah.
So when you were when we had that chat, because I do remember. Like I think slightly before that we were talking about, or you were like wanting to like brainstorm ideas.
Yeah, that's
just
exactly
a new project to start. When you got the idea of a YouTube channel for students, did you realise that that would kind of form your brand, or did you just think this is just something that I want to do right now?
It was literally something I wanted to do right now. I wasn't even thinking in the sense of I have to brand it around students, has to be student based. It was literally just, this is what I know, this is what I'm living. I know there's other people that can relate to this. So if I put it out there, people will be interested in it, especially the people that I knew. So I wasn't even trying to cater to a big audience. I was literally just trying to cater to the people that I knew, and that's what they wanted to watch because they can relate to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did you also do it with the view in mind that people who are looking to go to university or not sure whether or not they want to go can get kind of like a sneak peek into what it's like to be
definitely,
at uni?
Because it was like before I got to uni, I didn't watch. Well, I looked for YouTube videos on university and all of that, and it was like, yeah, there was videos, but it was more like, oh, what to take to uni, and a lot of it was female based, especially.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was like there wasn't many male YouTubers that are giving out advice to other males.
Yeah.
Those kind of YouTubers are a lot older. So it was like, do you know what? There's a gap here for me to go into. So I felt like I'm sure there's going to be a lot of guys going to uni who want to know what to expect, what they should, and what they should be bringing and whatnot. So I can help them with that.
So I guess people who have been watching my channel for a while, you guys know that I started back in, well, end of 2014, beginning of 2015. The view was I didn't really know what my brand was going to be. I was just like, I want to start a channel and just talk about what I enjoy. So the personal brand element of it wasn't really there in the beginning. It was just, I'm just going to talk about my experience of living my life and the things that I'm passionate about. And at the time, there were loads of girls on YouTube, and there still are, like, doing beauty videos, makeup tutorials and that kind of thing. And I learned how to do my makeup from watching these girls. But when I started out doing videos like that, I realised that as much as it's something that it was fun and it was an easy video to put out, but that's not what I think I enjoyed. And also in terms of the response or how I felt filming those videos, it was I felt quite exposed, especially because I was quite new. So, and then I think I probably did one video where I kind of went to like Zara and just picked up some new bits for work. And for me, that video got a great response and it really took off. And then I was like, let me like start talking about office wear, talking about, what I wear on a day to work.
That's
and
to do with you.
And fashion is something that I've kind of always been into. Well, I love shopping, so I don't know about this fashion. I'm just a shopper.
Love spending money.
But I was like, if I can have a reason to shop rather than just doing it for the sake of doing it, then why not? So that's kind of where it all started in terms of me realising what my niche was. And then I started to just bring into it like chatty videos about finances, and because I was kind of going through buying a house. In fact, my first video was all about how to buy a house.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah. And then because when I came onto YouTube, I always thought that you had to you had to have one thing that you're good at and that's all you talk about. But what I realised is that my brand was just it's like
a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle brand because it's like a collection of things I'm passionate about, things that I do, and just sharing my journey basically. So it's very much a lifestyle, personal brand. Well, I'd say they both are, to be honest.
They are,
One more conservative than the other.
Let's keep it real.
Yes. So that was like the beginning for us. So I guess we could talk next about like how our brands have evolved. So I guess since you started, so what were your first few videos mostly about?
First few videos are student based, so I'd like the freshers video, so advice for freshers. Then there was like the trick questions with drunk students, so that was like comedy, but it was still to do with students, uni students again. So it really started out all focused on uni. And then from there, what I realised is people liked the way I spoke on topics and how I was very open about it. Like, there's a lot of people on YouTube who are very reserved when it comes to the topics that I talk about, which is fine, but me, I'm very blunt and open with it. So they liked that. So I thought, you know what, let me start talking on these popular topics. So if you saw, I'm sure a lot of you know about Backchat.
Yeah.
Those kind of discussions where they talk about, I don't know, body count, relationships and whatnot. So I started to become a bit of like a relationship doctor and advice doctor, especially for males, in terms of getting into the minds of females and helping males understand the way they work. And yeah, so...
And probably without realising, a relationship doctor for female students as well. Because what we don't have a lot of the time as girls is the perspective of a guy. Like, what is a guy really thinking? Or what is he not thinking?
Exactly, yeah. So that's exactly, I just gave my honest opinion on life and how men really think. So I kind of went from strictly uni to, what would you call it? Just...
like giving advice to young adults.
Yeah, so I basically became like an older brother to my viewers. That's what
like an agony uncle.
Yeah, basically.
Or agony cousin. Or agony older brother.
So that's where it went from there. Funny enough, that's not even where the brand is now, but that was the next step for me.
Okay.
And then from there, it was like I said, Snapchat was always my forte. And I used to do silly things on there. I still do silly things on there. That was another form of way of entertaining people and keeping them engaged, so that, okay, they know that from what they see on my Snapchat, they enjoy it. So they're going to go over to my YouTube and watch that. So it was quite connected.
Okay.
So,
and is that something that you think is... That's a good point you make, because it's quite important to have other channels, but you keep driving people back to your YouTube channel.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it all has to tie in, and you have to keep people engaged on all your different platforms in order for your main channel or whatever it is, your main source of entertainment, to get that kind of the response that you want. So I was entertaining people in there. Then everyone saw I was a party animal. You're at uni, obviously. You're partying a lot. So I was always out partying, having fun. And then that's when I got contacted by like an events company, and they asked me to host one of their events. It was with who was it with? I think it was with Mo Stack and Notes. I don't know if you lot know them. They're these English rappers. So yeah, they're quite big. Yeah, so they asked me to.
You'll have to tell me.
So they asked me to host that, and at first I was like, whoa, like hosting. So forget the fact that it's a party thing. I'm actually hosting an event. I'm gonna be on the mic, and I thought, okay, I've talked to a lot of people, but that's through a camera. Now I'm going to be on stage in front of people. But I thought, do you know what? At first I was thinking, that's too much for me right now. But then I said, what's the worst that could actually happen? So I said, let me go for it. And I remember something you said again. You said, if you want to do something, just get up and do it now. That's why I started my YouTube channel, and that's why I went for the hosting thing. Because I said, in my head I was thinking, oh, maybe later on when I'm ready. And if you keep thinking like that, you're never really going to be ready. So I said, let me just go for it and see what happens. Done that one event, I loved it. I done really well. Then they literally basically hired me to be hosting all these events. I met so many celebrities and whatnot. It built my confidence. I learned how to communicate with a variety of people of all ages. So I wasn't now just communicating with students. There was people older than me. I was going to meetings and stuff, and it was like I was starting to see, okay, this is a lot bigger than just YouTube. Me as a person, I can go into so much more. But yeah, that's how my brand basically developed.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's funny you say that, because it's like you almost started out as just a uni fresher sharing their experience, and kind of became almost a personality. I guess in the TV world you'd be a TV personality, but here you'd kind of be like a social media personality almost. And then I guess, so where is the brand today?
Where is it today? So today I have an even bigger vision, which is actually coming true, which is that I don't want to move off YouTube. YouTube is always going to be where I'm going to be, but I want to go into actual TV, and I've had opportunities. There's people who have contacted me. I'm not going to say too much about it because it's still in the works. But yeah, I feel like TV is the next step for me, and even acting is something I never thought about before. But I've been in little skits and stuff, and it's all gone so well that it's like it's confused me. This whole journey has confused me in the sense that I only went to university to study marketing. To leave, get a good job, work in an office, you know, make good money. That's it. I'm in my 3rd year now. I'm on placement with the Wall of Comedy. Shout out to them. I'm sure some of you lot know them. I'm on placement there, and I'm learning there's so much more that I can do. So it's like, as you build your brand, okay, you're always going to have a vision. But that doesn't mean that over time you can't take a different path or try new things. Because when you try new things, you realize that your brand is so much bigger than what you first thought, and your brand kind of builds itself as you go along the journey. So always have a vision, have a foundation, and over time it'll all come together. And it'll
So would you say it's important to have an open mind? Yeah,
definitely have an open mind. Take any opportunities that come your way. I mean, good opportunities, obviously. Don't have these companies coming towards you saying, "Oh yeah, let me use you for this." Especially if you're a popular person, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll give you free stuff," and that's it. Like, try to get some money out of it. I'm not gonna lie.
Monetize.
Because monetize because they're making money off you. So know what you're worth, especially know your worth.
So that is an interesting point you mentioned. So I guess relating it back to a different kind of brand. So my brand hasn't necessarily evolved per se. I've just kind of added, I guess you could call it evolving, but I've just added different things onto it. So I guess when I started out, I was just going to be just talking about the things that I was passionate about. But as things have progressed, I've kind of, I guess it's kind of like my channel has almost turned into a journey that people are following on from. So you made an interesting point about you always thought that you wanted to go to uni, get a good job, work in an office, and then that would be life done. So I kind of went that route, and then I realised that actually this is kind of not really what I want for my life.
A bit more.
I want a bit more. I want a business. I want to be self-employed. Maybe I want to be an investor. And basically my channel has kind of turned into me making that journey and bringing people along the way with me, but just kind of plugging in all the things I do along the way. So it's kind of so it's a lifestyle channel, but we're on a journey here. Exactly. And when we talk about monetizing, which is what I wanted to come back to, how important is that for you and when is the right time to do that, do you think?